Hi everyone, it's Belinda. I'm back to show you this little mini. I gave you a sneak peek of this mini a couple weeks ago, but now we're going to go through the whole thing. First I want to let you know I was inspired by this this layout that I saw in the Take 10 magazine. This one was the March-April edition, and I just loved these layouts. The colors were gorgeous, and I loved the light pastels with the black contrast. So I used that as my inspiration, and you'll see what I did with the paper. This is the porcelain collection from Basic Grey. It's an older paper line, but I really like it. It's nice and soft, and it was perfect for this project. So the base of the album was cut with a Sizzix die. I used black chipboard. It's medium weight, and I made a little charm on the end here. Let's see if you can see. There's little beads and buttons and pieces of lace. I alcohol inked some of the baubles that are on here, so you can see there's an interesting little assortment of doodads hanging there. I made this flower with a button and a piece of gathered lace, and then there's some Tattered Angels crepe paper behind it that I used a glimmer mist to tint it in a pink color. And then there are just some little ribbon roses tucked in here and there. Another little flower I made out of lace and the Tattered Angels crepe paper. The butterflies on here were punched. This is a 2-layer butterfly, so the back piece of that was solid. The top piece had all the cutouts on it. So what I did was cut both pieces out of black cardstock, and then I laid the cutout, or the lacy one, over the top, and I used just a little, like my paper piercer, and just lightly traced where the openings would be. And then I applied art glitter in the random spots on the back piece. So the darker pinks and the lighter pinks are on that back piece of cardstock, and then over the top one I put a kind of a clear glitter over the top, so it gives it that frosted look. I really love how that came out. And then you can see there's a couple of other butterflies that I've added on here. The title says Dream. I used a lot of art glitter on this cover. Not normally my style, but it really came out pretty. Okay, so the first page, just an area to do some journaling. You could leave a message on the front of this for whoever was going to receive this album. It's a nice place just to write a sentiment if this was going to be a gift. This page I used a die and cut out this doily. I only used half of it, and you'll see another place where I use the other part of this doily later in the book. So there's room for a nice large size photo here, and then there's a photo mat. It's got liquid pearls embellishing the birdcage stamp design, and then room for journaling on the back here. On this page, just a little flower that I made, and it's got a stick pin. This is a piece of chipboard. I did some stamping on the back of it. It really came out pretty. I love how that silver ink looked. Here's a little folio for some photos. I'll turn it around the right way. Room to tuck a little note or something behind here, and then room for a photo on the front and on the back. And then one of my foil tags. If you've seen my other videos or my Etsy shop, you'll know that's where this came from. You can purchase these foil tags either embossed or unembossed from my Etsy shop. I'll put the information down below. And there's a little tag with some glitter trim on it. On this side, just a piece of butterfly trim here, and then I tied little bits of tulle and adhered to a couple of them just to give them something to stand out a little bit more. This is a little coin envelope. It's got a little flourish on the back, but you could put a very cute little picture on it. And then it opens up, and inside it has a little card, so you can write a note and add another little, whoops, sorry, turn it around that way, and add another little photo on there if you'd like. And there's also a photo mat for this page with room for journaling on the back. There's a little bit of stickles on the corners there to give it a little sparkle. And then on this page there's a transparency here that you can do journaling on. It's got lines on it. And then, oh, we had a migrator here. I'm going to have to adhere that back on. There's a little photo mat here. Pulls out. There's room for journaling on the back. And there's some more liquid pearls kind of on the corners here. And then the butterfly was stamped on the paper in behind, and I colored it with some little glitter pens that I had. So it shows through kind of pretty. It's a nice little surprise when you pull that out. Oh, look at that pretty butterfly. Okay, this pocket is a Martha Stewart punch on the back, and then it's popped up, and then on top of that is a little black pocket, and it's got the same pretty silver stamping, ink stamped over the top of that. And then tucked in that pocket is a little postcard, so you can put a little note in there. It's a little poem, and a little envelope. It says tweet. And then inside there's a butterfly. Then inside there's room for journaling and a place to tuck a tiny little photo. And so both of those tuck in this little pocket here. And also, remember I said I was going to show you the rest of that little, oh come on, the little lace doily on the front. I just made a little tiny tag and put some glitter on it, some art glitter. And that just sits right there in the corner of the pocket. It looks really cute there. I failed to mention that this is held together with a hairband tie process. It gives it a little more flexibility. Okay, on this side what you have is just a large pocket, and you can stuck a sticker. You can tuck a photo behind the cutout frame here. It'll slide right in. Just some branches and a couple random butterflies. And then on this side there's a little pocket here, a couple little tags with some liquid pearls on there, room for a little note. And in the library pocket there's also a bigger tag and room for a photo. And then the little library pocket itself will open up, and there's just room for a photo up right there, and that's popped up off the page as well, so it's got a little bit more dimension to it. This one may be my favorite page. I really like how it came out. So the little heart is flocked paper with room for photos on it. This is adhered to the page, so it's just holding the tag behind it, but there's room for a nice photo there. I just love this paper. It's so pretty. That tucks behind a Martha Stewart punch. It's got some pearl bling on it. And then this page right here, the corners are embellished with some lace, and you can see that they're not adhered, so you can tuck little notes or photos right behind the lace. Isn't that pretty? And then on the back there's a journaling spot. Sorry, I went off camera. So that just slides right behind the flap, and then that tucks there. And here's the last page. It's got some real pretty black lace trim, and then a little leaves cut out from one of my Sizzlets. There's a butterfly with some embellished pearls on there. It's loose, so you can slide things underneath. Here's a tag with a little spray, another little butterfly, and then room on the back for a tiny little photo. And then one plain photo mat here, because you never know. You always need room to tuck one more photo in there. So that goes like that. And then the back place, another spot for one more photo. And this has been wet embossed around the frame there. Hopefully, there you go. It shows pretty good that way. So this album is going to go on eBay tonight. This is Sunday night. And I'll post this out on eBay. If you're interested, please make a bid, and I'll put the information below. As always, I appreciate your comments very much, and I hope you enjoyed this pretty pink sparkly mini album. Have another video coming soon. Thanks everyone.